to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're going to do a 30-minute reading. But I'm going to use the Believe in Yourself magic. I forgot the name of the deck. But this reading is going to be a 12 card reading. I'm going to pull from the top, 6 cards from the top, then 6 cards from the bottom. I'm going to clarify with the unofficial Adventure Time Tarot. There we go. And then I'm going to close it with the angels like I normally do. How this differs is I'm only using one deck. Normally in my readings I use multiple decks. Some of them goes together. Some of them, add a little bit more information. So whichever deck, I'm pretty much pulling or drawing to, I'm going to use that card, or pretty much not that card, that deck, and see what it wanted to add or what message that it want to elaborate on a little bit more, go a little bit further in, and what it wanted to say. And yeah, then the clarifications to pretty much go a little bit further, what it also want to add or why could be another reason why you're giving you this message. But yeah, so we're going to get started by cleansing the space and the energy. So you might want to turn your headphones down to protect your eardrums. Okay, so I'm going to use in the first 15 minutes, I'm going to just use this deck, and then the next 15 minutes pretty much use the other deck and try to clarify and spend some time on that message and what has want to come out and says for you, and then pretty much end it with the angels I said before. Oh, I haven't shuffled the deck yet, so that's not really your card, so don't really pay attention to that. Then we have Clove with Release Your Guilt. Then we have Stars. You can manifest your every wish. Then we have Wings with You Never Need These Wings to Fly. Then we have Throne with Your Potential is Endless. Then we have Lighthouse with Don't Doubt Your Worth. And we have Potions with Reminder to Practice Self-Love. And then we have Voyage with You already have all the answers you need. And then we have Gray with Endings Are Inevitable. And then we have Lavender with Surround Yourself with Love. Villain with You Can Always Rewrite the Story. And then we have Universe with We Are All Just Stardust. Then we have Sundress with Do It For You. And then at the bottom, we have raindrops with take a chance on them. Um, so, okay. With the top, okay, I'm focusing on the top alone. With this release your guilt, um, we all have something that we are ashamed of and we are not really proud of, okay? And not just you, so you shouldn't really like beat yourself up about it. Um, as long as like you basically like try not to do it again, kind of thing. Try your best not to do it again. Um, and do like all that you can, like you physically can, like to like not repeat it or not do it again, kind of thing. Um, I'll always like grow and overcome and evolve and stuff like that. Like there might be times where you might end up like making mistakes and you fall back, kind of thing. And rather than beating yourself up and then like just like continue doing that same thing over and over again, like starting back up again and like um like overcoming like the same steps that you overcame before, like you didn't want, you could do it again, kind of thing. But also realizing that you are human, that you are going to make some mistakes, might like fall back in certain old patterns or certain old ways that um you thought you healed or that you thought wasn't there anymore. And it was the fact that it was still there. It just didn't have much control or much say over you like it used to, kind of thing. And when you spend some time with yourself and practice self love and self care, you realize like certain things that you're guilty of and you're beating yourself up about, like other people do on a regular basis. So it's nothing that you should really feel guilty or ashamed about. Um, or to beat yourself up. Well, certain things are illegal. Like if it's illegal, okay, understand. Understand why you might be beating yourself up about it. Maybe you want to just keep it to yourself. Okay. Well, depending on what it is. Okay, depending on what it is. Kind of thing. Don't ask, don't tell. But we. I know that's the army, but like, hey, like, whoa. I did not ask. Do not tell me, please. And next, with this whole you can manifest your every wish with don't doubt your worth. You are worthy, you're deserving. Like I said, like you are always enough. There's might be people in your life that have tried to tell you that you wasn't worthy and that you wasn't enough, that you couldn't do it because of one simple mistake that you made, which could be why you have all this guilt. And that was to pretty much stop you and hold you from actually like pretty much flying. Like I know why the cage birds sing, kind of thing. Stop you from flying. They're pretty much trying to clip your wings. So you don't realize that you have like this great endless potential of doing wonderful or creating wonderful things or doing wonderful things or having impacts on people that you do or that you have. And also, I said why the cage bird sings, but also popped in my Sia, thick skin, electric heart, right? If you ever watched the video, right? The girl was, there was a girl. She was in the cage. This is a castle, but like it's a cage, right, kind of thing. And I think it was Shia LaBeouf, right? I might be saying his name wrong, but it was supposed to be like the father or like the person that pretty much was keeping her in the cage. And the reason why he was keeping her in the cage, if you realize at some point, like the girl, which was Maddie, she can like was able to get out the cage and stuff like that. And he wasn't able to get out the cage, so while he was in the cage and she's outside the cage, he's trying to claw and reach for her to get back, because now he's in the cage alone, stuck by himself. So also like Mother Gertrude kind of thing, entangled. People might be trying to suppress you, keep you stuck, or like keep you there for their own benefit and their own gain. And also that's it's like if you're a parent kind of thing, like some like neglect where some smothers, and the reason why they smother is like, and then at some point in time, like it's pretty much to clip your wings. You don't really leave them or come very codependent on them, or they come very codependent on you. So you feel like, they try to make you feel guilty for wanting your own life and trying to do things for yourself, or wanting space and stuff like that. And it's just like, that's what life is about. You shouldn't feel guilty for wanting to live your life and live life the way that life was intended to be lived, kind of thing. And also realizing, understanding, like, you were a child. They shouldn't have put all that pressure on a child, okay? Like, an adult shouldn't make you their therapist, or their punching bag, or their emotional support system, or, like, their boyfriend, or their wife, or their husband, or, like, whatever. Like, they shouldn't make you, like, their significant partner and make you fill that role or any way, shape, or form. That's a lot to ask of a kid. And realizing, like, that is a lot. So, like, you kind of sort of mature a little bit faster than you needed to, that you were supposed to, that you had to, right? And they seen that, know that, and see the potential, see, like, yes, they caused you to, like, grow up a little bit faster, so you didn't experience life the way that you should have experienced life, or that you could experience life. But you, like, this kind of sort of open, like portals or options for you, to do things that, like, they don't really have control over, or much say over, and stuff like that, or can, like, pretty much reach or, like, manipulate or into, like, pretty much gain off of it. So it's like, if they can't gain or, like, benefit off of it, they try to make you seem like you should be ashamed of it and try to hide it. And that's inaccurate. It's more so because it will give you a way to escape, like, their grasp, or get away from them, which they don't want to be alone. They're scared of abandonment, which you're not really abandoning them, because you will always come back. But they see it, they don't really think that you will come back or visit them or anything like that. And you might feel a little bit guilty because you're just like, why would I? Look what happened. It's just like, yeah, but it's like, you have to, like, realize, like, that person, like, I'm not saying, like, what they did was okay. I get it. But you also have to, like, forgive them and give them, like, some sort of grace and understand, like, they just, like, pretty much see them as, like, a hurt, scared kid in a way. Like, they're like a kid that's lost in a supermarket. But even if they're adult, like, that's basically what they are, kind of thing. And like I said, it wasn't really fair for them to, like, to really lean on you or support, like, put all that support on you and stuff like that. Which turns to down here. Well, if you have you already have all the answers, and endings are inevitable, and surround yourself with love, and you can always rewrite the story. But if we are all just stardust, and do it for you. Yeah, releasing this betrayal and this sabotage or this hurt and stuff like that, doing it for you and living your life for you, rather than, for people around you, or, like, for like this other person and stuff like that, rather than just staying in this cage, or staying in this castle, staying in this place that's keeping you stuck. Freeing yourself for you, and realizing that you know what you want to do and where to go and how you want to go about it. It's just, certain emotions that's holding you back. Like, you don't want certain things to end, but certain things have to come to an end in order for you to, like, be free and, like, to be able to do whatever you want to do and stuff like that. Because if you grow and evolve and change, this person is not gonna continue to try to downgrade you and try to make you feel like you're not worthy enough, you're not good enough to do it when you are. So at some point in time, you're gonna stop going around that person. So regardless, there's gonna be an ending and a separation. You might limit, like, the time that you spend with this person, or how much you see this person and stuff like that. And it's not that you don't care for this person, that you don't love them in any way, shape, or form. You just realize like where the goals that you have doesn't line up with the goals that they have, and or like your lifestyle doesn't line up with their lifestyle. It's just how it is and the way that it is, and it doesn't mean that you're better or that you're like this person is lesser in any way, shape, or form. It just like because with this whole stardust and then over here with stars and stuff like that, they're star clusters. It just simply means like there's just not meant to be in that cluster. It's not your group, and that's fine, and that's okay. You gotta be where you need to be, cause unless you're gonna mess up the whole constellation or whatever kind of thing. And also realizing like sometimes star dies. Okay, just the whole when the whole oh, a shooting star is low-key a star dying, okay? Which is why it's moving kind of thing. And then we have that over here. So it's like things are gonna come to an end. And the people that you loved, that was Kelly Clarkson playing in my head. Oh my goodness. Not in my headphones. When she was talking about her dad. Also, but it's like step by step. But where like that was something like being an emotional support for like your parents and stuff like that, and you have to grow up a little bit faster. So like how her relationship with people or like in general kind of sort of like was up and down or very and stuff like that. And then she got married, and then she made the song, and then she thought her relationship or her marriage was gonna be very different, and come to find out like it's not like ended up in divorce, okay? And now she had to change like certain parts of her song. Was like she won't walk away from her kids. She loves her kids and she's stuff like that. Like she's not doing what her father did to her kids and stuff like that. Or like even what like the husband did to the kids and stuff like that. And some people might try to like paint you as the villain for your potential and flying away and you living your life and you choosing you and doing what's best for you and surrounding yourself with love. Like surrounding yourself with love and also surrounding yourself with people that actually like love you and love themselves as well. And try to say like you're cocky or conceited or you think that you're better than people, and that's not the case. It's just those people, right, are actually the villain, right? Because if you listen to Step by Step, right, she was like, but your love isn't free, it has to be earned, right? So it's like they want you to do something, but that's why it's about here, like your potential. They want you to do something or like prove to them that you're worthy and that you're deserving, and it's like your productivity doesn't determine your worth at all. You're always worthy and you're worthy and deserving of love just because you're a fucking human being. Like literally any parent, they're supposed to feed you, house you, give you education. Okay? Now I know love not necessarily in it, but like does something like you get it? Like like if you've been mastering that and kicking ass at that, you did a little bit extra, you're fucking worthy and deserving, okay? And if they don't see your worth and your potential and how great of a human being you are, it's their fucking loss, okay? Their loss. It might be fucked up that is your parent. I get it. It might be fucked up that is whoever, a family member. I get it. But I get it. But that's the family that you're born into, not the family that you're dying with. The family that you're dying with is the family that you choose for yourself. Also, your family don't have to love you. Literally, they don't have to love you. They really don't. But yeah. Because they want you to like earn their love and earn their support and their care, and it's like you don't have to do anything to earn it. Because you did more than enough to show that you are worthy and deserving of is the fact they can't actually love you because they don't know how to. But rather than saying that, they just want you to jump through hoops and hurdles to get a tablespoon of love, and it's just like, no, that's not enough. Then yeah, the Ace of Cups, well, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, because you see the heart, it's a stone, it's solid. There's no emotion or anything there. So rather than basically explaining or saying like they don't know how to love themselves or love like others, they're trying to make it seem like, oh well, you should do this, and then if you do this, I love you. If you do this, I love you. And that's not the case, and then no matter what you do or what it is, they won't give you the love that you deserve, the love that you feel. I won't say that you don't feel entitled to love, because somebody they don't have to love you, like I just said. It's kind of sort of a gift, but and realizing like what is holding you back is thinking or believing that this person actually love and care for you or want the best for you, when that's not quite the case, and you seem to already know that. And then we have the Four of Wands. And Four of Wands talking about like a foundation, two people coming together. Right, like a wedding or an engagement or dating and stuff like that. Um and then if you can manifest like the relationship that you want to have, you might not be able to have it with this person, so something will need to end so you can have the relationship that you're trying to manifest and wish and trying to bring in, because that person doesn't actually care, love, and support you in any way, shape, or form. They just like how the being around you benefits them. So like Entangled, right? What's the name? Rapunzel? Whatever. We're gonna go with that. Mother Gertrude pretty much kept her around because it does what? Keep her young when she sings a song, right? Cool. And if so, that's why she kept Rapunzel like in the castle and locked up and kept away. It wasn't because the world was dangerous in any way, shape, or form. It was for selfish gain and selfish reasons. And then once Rapunzel's hair was cut off and stuff like that, what happened to Mother Gertrude? She pretty much withered away into dust. They can only exist. You're the only life support, basically. Like they can only exist being around you, or like if you're there, and that is a lot of pressure to put on somebody, and that's not literally is not your responsibility. They like Mother Gertrude had a whole life before Rapunzel, and before she was born. I mean, she was like still like playing around with the flower and protecting the flower, but like that's the only flower that like really grew. Kind of like seriously, like you couldn't find another one, like kind of thing. So it's like realizing that if anybody is trying to suppress you or keep you stuck or keep you like in like codependent onto them or dependent on them and only them, or keep you like locked away and stuff like that, isn't love. That's not love at all. Which why I'm saying like that needs to come to an end. And then we have Judgment. Yeah, pretty much a choice and a decision that could affect your future. And then we have the Five of Wands. There's some conflict and competition and some tension. And basically, The villain is trying to paint you off to be the villain, but you're not actually the villain. I think I said it in like another video. My Hero Academia, okay? There's all for one and one for all kind of thing, right? And then I think all for one, right? One for all pretty much came from one, all for one, okay? It's kind of sort of its son, right? But it's good, while the other one is negative, right? And all for one pretty much keep making and changing people, creating problems, okay? Conflict. So if you're the villain, they basically made you this way, okay? See, I just said like how one for all? No, all for one for all, right? You get one is good, one is bad, okay? One is all might's power. One, I think all for one, that's negative, okay? One for all is positive, okay? And where this side is creating a whole bunch of like no moves and monsters and stuff like that, is all care about power and trying to say like, oh, they're the villains, they're the because they only trying to say like only praise the good powers and not the bad powers and blah, 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 blah. We realize like that's not accurate. Like fire can be very detrimental, but it can also be very positive in certain ways if it used correctly and stuff like that. But that's what it means, like the potential to like of how you're using your power and how you're using like your qualities and your skills. They got a problem with that. It caused a little bit of conflict and tension, and they are intimidated by it. But then rather than, they won't admit that, so they try to like paint you off to be the problem, or they try to scapegoat you to make them feel like they the victim and how they should be like comforted, and try to like guilt trip you and guilt trip other people into feeling sorry for them when there's no reason for them to feel like the villain in it, like feel victimized in any way, shape, or form. Then we have the Queen of Wands. I'm gonna pull the next card before I say something. And we have Death. Okay. And then at the bottom, we have the Five of Cups. So something that you're sad and depressed and melancholy about. Because the Queen of Wands, the reason why I need to pull the other card. Well, I said here where somebody could be, basically somebody could try to manipulate you with the whole guilt trip and stuff like that. And trying to do it for like superficial gain and try to manipulate you. So you don't go on this trip and this voyage and this journey. So you don't make the decision to cut them out and let this whole thing come to an end. But either way, it comes to an end. Because this person more so felt entitled to your love and your power and your skills and being in your presence and being around you. And the reason why is because they feel like the whole like guilt tripping thing, like while they really don't have any feelings or emotions towards you, they can always like guilt trip you and make you like get you to like stay, this kind of thing, or like do little things and make it seem like they're changing and turning things around to get you to stay or to get you to like work with them again, or like partner with them again, or live with them again, and stuff like that, or socialize with them again. And also with the Death bookending the Ace of Pentacles, you're realizing that this wasn't a solid offer, or this offer is coming to an end. Oh, this whole also the whole guilt tripping stuff. That whole it probably worked in the past, but now it's no longer working. And it didn't work before, but we'll say that you probably felt sorry for this person, but now you more so feel sorry for yourself and choosing yourself rather than like um ignoring your feelings for this person's feelings. Like you're paying attention for yourself and like to your feelings and what you want. And because also the Ace of Pentacles talking about like time and potential, where your potential is very solid and stable, theirs isn't. It's very unbalanced and unstable. So they need you to support them because it's BMO that's holding this man up. Or that man, he ain't standing on his legs in no way, shape, or form. And so it's like without you carrying them, they don't really have a place or have like they can't really do much basically. And keep happening. With the Ace, Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands, realizing that they might get into relationship or whoever trying to hold you back, they get in relationships to pretty much relationships or connections with people that they feel like they can they benefit off of being with them, and they might be very similar or alike kind of thing with the bees, like having a very hive mind kind of thing, or like I said, similar in a way, to work together towards one goal. But in the Queen of Wands aspect is more so like to please them, like the queen kind of thing. And a choice or decision that you're making conflict that because you don't actually want to benefit. You want your life to benefit you, not this Queen of Wands that is very superficial and don't really care about themselves and know how to make themselves happy or actually love themselves. So it's like no matter what you do, they gonna find a problem with it. So it's like it doesn't matter regardless. Then we have the Queen of Swords with God the God the hope of the earth, with rituals and ceremonies, and can acquire the treasure of heaven and earth. And then we have the Nine of Swords with the comforting God, purification, protection from impudence and religious sentiments. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles with the praiseworthy God, with light of understanding and acquiring knowledge and curing illnesses. A choice and a decision that you're making is going to let this whole guilt, sabotage, whole control thing come to an end. And the relationship come to an end. Because the 4 and the 5 of Wands equal the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands talk about like persevering and keeping your eyes on the prize. So you're releasing something and you're doing it for you. And this person is trying to stop that or try to get you to like sabotage or give it up. But I think trying to make you think of the worst and create the worst case scenario with the 9 of Swords. With the whole curing illness, like pretty much overthinking and stressing yourself out and being sad and depressed and melancholy, thinking that you can't turn the situation around, nothing will come of it. Your life is just full of pain, and it's just like that's not the case. It's like your certain decisions that you make for yourself will result in like certain endings, and it's like why you made that choice was because you was lacking in self-love and self, and then you probably had the intuition and instincts and something, or someone told you like, hey, maybe this is not the best idea and the brightest idea, and you probably went against that. That was your judgment, your decision, that was your call, and you did that. Okay. If this whole surrounding yourself with love, like you choose who you surrounding yourself by, like you choose who you allow in your space, in your circle, in your house and stuff like that. You shouldn't just be having the door open and just letting any and everybody come in and stuff like that. That is not safe. And the whole Queen of Swords here, having and using your discernment, the Knight of Pentacles, and taking the time out and being like I won't say methodical, but like thoughtful in it, and like taking the time out to see like the in and out, understand the in and outs of it, before just making a quick and swift decision. Then we have the Angel of Truth, and then the Angel of Meditation. But yeah, that's all I see for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.